NHL action. Philadelphia Flyers are going to Washington to end their season. I really believe the Capitals are going to knock them down today. There's a lot of action on the board. I'm talking once again with Dana Lane, who is 23, 18, and 18 on his NHL video picks for the playoffs. With that being said, welcome aboard, Dana. Let's get right into it. Who holds the edge? And obviously the money's going to be going with Washington, but does Philadelphia even have just the slightest chance to get a W in this game?
If they do, Claude Giroux is going to have to play well for the Flyers tonight. He is the key, and you can't play 20 minutes and have no goals and only one assist in 4 games. I mean, that's just not going to cut it for the Flyers. But unfortunately, with Courtier out and Lawton out, I mean, he is going to have to be the guy to step up tonight if they want to move on. So my official pick tonight is we're going to take Philadelphia in a chance again, but we're going to take them plus 1.5 at minus $1.45. And we're going to go under in the game, under 5, minus $1.05.
Wow, Washington. And I know that stat about closing out series. But you know what? This year, I think this finally is a different team because years past, the last 3 or 4 years, all right, they've had a great regular season. Come playoff time, this team just really fell on its face. So I think they're more focused. I wouldn't be surprised. Again, I'm just putting it out there for me because I'm going to bet it on the puck line, hoping Washington will cash it for me. But Philadelphia, nice story, had a hell of an ending to the season to slip into that last playoff spot. So anything is possible. So I like that, Dana, but I just don't feel it today. I think Washington might just stomp this team, but who knows? All right, Islanders at Panthers, Roberto Luongo. All right, this guy is buckling down when he needs to. What do you think about this contest? It's locked up at 2. Islanders, all right, they're feeling pretty good about themselves going on the road.
Yeah, well, it definitely comes down to depth, and these 2 top lines are pretty even. And like in all playoff series, it comes down to who has the better depth. And we saw Jokinen and Hudler not play very well so far in this series. And in fact, they have no goals in the last 3 games. So, for me, those guys have to play better for Florida. The first period is huge in this scenario because I think it sets the tone for the rest of for the rest of the series. Considering now it's back at Sunrise tonight, we're going to go with Florida in the first period minus $1.40, but we're going to go with the game over 5 at minus 15.
You know, another interesting stat I picked up on looking at this, all right, the 4 games that have been played so far have been low-scoring game, high-scoring game, low-scoring game, high-scoring game. So it's going to be interesting to see if it follows in that pattern or will these teams just lock down on defense. All right, Minnesota and Dallas, and, Dana, we talked many times this year about John Torchetti and what a great job he did when he took over and literally just, gave CPR to this team and brought them back to life and got them into the playoffs. A great story, but my God, they got their hands full. Down 3-1, going into Dallas, and Dallas right now has a ton of confidence. Is there any hope whatsoever that Torchetti can give one of those locker room speeches that can pick this team up tonight and get the Wild a W?
I don't put anything past the Wild considering what they've had to come back from this year, but certainly Dallas is in a much better position, and we're going to look to get one of these plus money plays tonight. I expect a much better effort from them, from the Dallas Stars, who were outshot. They were horrific in the faceoff circle. Cody Eakin certainly didn't play well, but we have 2 opportunities tonight to get Dallas at under 5. Or Dallas, Minnesota under 5 at plus 111. But we're also going to go the first period over 1.5 at plus 125. And all you have to do is get one of these and you make a little bit of money.
Yeah, you're looking for some early scoring there. Yeah, Dallas definitely had a tough game last time out. So you know that they're going to look at this and say, wait a minute, we let an opportunity slip by. Let's nail the coffin on this one. Now, Minnesota, of course, was the worst penalty killing team in the regular season. But then throughout the playoffs, they were and they stopped, and they only allowed 1 in 13 attempts, so they seemed to lock down. But then last game, they gave up 2. Will that pattern continue tonight? And do you have any injury updates in this game that could affect this outcome?
Well, as usual, Tyler Seguin gave it a go, but Tyler's not going to play tonight, and I don't know how much that affects Dallas. I think that they're as effective with him, and Minnesota's just not deep enough without Zach Parise. Granlund and David Jones and Fontaine certainly have not picked up the pace. So I do see early scoring and then clamp down defense, and that's why I like the over in the first period, under for the game.
Okay, that sounds like an interesting call. And like you said, you can cash on a couple different angles there. The last game on slate tonight, San Jose going to take on the LA Kings. I don't know. This LA King team, I think they ought to be ashamed of themselves. I think we're finally seeing the team that really was all year, which was inconsistent, and they lacked confidence at key moments when they needed it to step up to that next level. What's your thoughts on San Jose, who is absolutely a great road team? Can they put this one away on the road tonight?
You know, Mike, I don't think the LA Kings have played all that poorly defensively. They only have allowed an average of 26 shots, which, seems it's a little high, but compared to what other teams are doing in the playoffs, that's a pretty good defensive effort. And without Alec Martinez back there on defense, I think that's a pretty solid job from the Kings. I think that they are getting a favorable line tonight, and I think they're worth a shot. But what our official pick is, we're going to play the Kings to come out in that first period, win the first period minus $1.15, and then we're going to take the game over 5 at plus $1.05.
Okay, so you're looking at a possibility of a lot of scoring. Another thing, viewers, you might want to keep in mind, the road team has won 7 of 9 of these games in the series throughout the season, so there's definitely an advantage, and San Jose led the league in road wins. Okay, with that being said, Dana, if you could just really quick review your picks from all 4 games and give our viewers some ticket cashers.
Sure, absolutely, Mike. We're going to take Minnesota-Dallas under the total of 5 plus 111, and then we're going to take them 1.5 over in the first period at plus $1.25. New York and the Islanders, we like to go over the 5 at minus $1.15, and then we're going to take Florida in the first period at minus $1.40. Los Angeles in the first period minus $1.15, 5 over for the game plus $1.05. Philadelphia, Washington under 5 minus $1.05, and Philadelphia on the goal line plus 1.5 minus $1.45.
I'll be damned if you didn't remind me of Pistol Pete Loshak on the last day of NBA season when he put out 18 picks to try to raise his average up to 50%. Wow, Dana. Okay, viewers, you heard it. Dana Lane likes a lot of spots to cash those tickets tonight in the NHL. Dana, I wish you the best of luck, my friend. Again, 23, 18, and 18, so you're on top. Let's keep it going. Let's knock it down, and I'll talk to you again real soon.
Well, I appreciate your time, Mike. Thank you, sir.